So what is up, everybody? Welcome back to another Star Wars Battlefront news video. Now, it is the beginning of the month, and as you guys are already well aware, we are getting the second part of the Age of the Rebellion update this month. They pushed back the Scarif update to mid-April. Well, this is Ben Walk's final week as the community manager, so they went ahead and posted the community transmission now, since this is Ben's final week. But that is not all. Since this is Ben's final week, he left us with a parting gift, which is the future roadmap. Since the Scarif update is all we know in regards of content, they obviously had to release a new roadmap to tell us what we are going to get in the future. So there is a ton of content to go over for you guys. So instead of making this a long 40-minute plus video, I'm going to be doing two different videos today. This video is going to go over the roadmap and the future content that we're going to be getting in the game. And then the video following this one later today, I'm going to go over the patch notes and everything that we're going to be getting in the Scarif update next week. So with all that said, let's just jump right into it. So Ben posted on Twitter, he said, Star Wars Battlefront 2, the Age of Rebellion continues. Jyn Erso, Orson Krennic, AI changes, UI changes, new hero appearances, new locations, carbon freezing chamber, private matches, full patch notes, and new roadmap of the future. So yes, you heard it right, we are getting Jyn Erso and Orson Krennic as two new heroes to come out after the Scarif update. He briefly goes over that in the patch notes. He talks about with the coronavirus and everything, they had to push them back an extra month. They originally wanted them to come out in this update, so now we will be getting them in the next update, unfortunately. But then after that, he said, this is my last week as acting community manager. Friday is officially my last day. I have already started most of my responsibilities as producer, but I promised I would stick around through the release of the Scarif update. It's been an honor to be part of such a community. So this is officially Ben's last week. He will be missed. He was a pretty good community manager. But we've known about this for a little bit now, so it's not like he's just dropping cold turkey. He actually had a little bit of a slow transition, and I'm glad that he actually stuck around for the Scarif update. And then after that, his final tweet was, as a final parting gift as the community manager, I will leave you with the next roadmap. Note, all content is subject to change due to the current events of COVID-19. News on the next community manager will be announced within the next couple of days, so stay tuned. Punchin'. And then he included a picture of the new roadmap. So getting right into this roadmap, right off the bat, it is extremely underwhelming. I think this roadmap shows just how late game we actually are with Battlefront 2, but let's just get right into it. It says for May, we are getting two new heroes, which are Jyn Erso and Orson Krennic. It says Jyn Erso, Spark of Rebellion plus appearance Imperial Spy. So I would imagine that she has some sort of Empire outfit, like in the movie when she infiltrated the Scarif base, she was wearing the Empire outfit. That's probably what that's referring to. And then for Krennic, it says Director Orson Krennic, appearance Imperial Officer Cap. So I'm guessing he just comes with and without his hat, so you can just take his hat on and off. I mean, to be fair, there's not really too many options they could do with Krennic since he kind of wore the same outfit for the entire movie. So I understand that. That's kind of an underwhelming skin, but I mean, hey, that's better than nothing. I guess they just wanted to give Krennic a skin since Jyn Erso was getting one. Then it just says game improvements. And then for June, it says locations, Bespin carbon freezing chambers. And then it says appearances, Bosk, prisoner, Darth Maul, Sith robes, Palpatine, replenished strength. So the Bosk skin is obviously from the Clone Wars when he was a prisoner. So he'll probably just have a complete orange jumpsuit. Darth Maul says Sith robes, that's pretty obvious. I mean, he's going to look the same way as he did in Episode 1 where he fought Qui-Gon, so that should be pretty cool. And then Palpatine is replenished strength. I would imagine that is referring to the final part of the Rise of Skywalker where he got a new replenished outfit, like he's got some black and some red. That's probably what that is referring to. So that's pretty vague. I mean, we're just getting a new map, which they're just porting over from Battlefront 2015, but I'm not the biggest fan of the smaller modes, but I do like the carbon freezing chambers. That's one of my favorite maps in all of Battlefront 2015 and all of Star Wars. I mean, it's pretty iconic. So I'm glad that's finally coming to the game, and I'm glad that we're finally getting some villain appearances, but I mean, that's all that they're announcing for June. That's underwhelming, to be honest. And then it just jumps straight to fall. It doesn't even cover anything in the summer. It just says fall, and it says game improvements, private matches. So I'm willing to bet that this is the final stretch of content for Battlefront 2. I mean, they've been covering this game for 2.5 years now. I would imagine EA is probably gearing up for the next Star Wars game that's going to be released. If you guys remember, they did something very similar with Battlefront 2015. After the season pass was over and all of the content had finally come to the game, they still supported Battlefront 2015, but they definitely slowed things down. They just did like quality of life changes, and they had a few bug fixes during that summer before Battlefront 2. And during that time, they did a lot of advertising for Battlefront 2. They had a bunch of XP events and stuff for Battlefront 2015. Battlefront 2 advertisements kept popping up in the main menu and stuff. So they're probably going to do something similar with this. If they're going to have a Battlefront 3, we're probably going to see a bunch of XP events. If there's a Battlefront 3 trailer over the summer during EA Play, they'll probably post that on the main menu, just like they advertise Fallen Order. So I would just expect to see a lot of those changes. Less content and more quality of life and bug fixes. And then we're probably going to see the end of new content coming to the game. But hey, at least we're getting private matches. Private matches have been requested for a long time, and now since they have instant action and stuff, I mean, there's a bunch of options you could do with private matches, so that's really cool. It just feels like it's coming really, really late. It's almost too late in the game's life for private matches. And then it says, big bold letters, disclaimer, due to the current events regarding COVID-19, all content is subject to change/delays. So this has already taken effect with the Scarif update in March, which was moved to next week in mid-April. And who knows how this is going to affect the rest of the year. I would imagine it's probably going to slow down the amount of content that we get by a lot. So maybe they have more planned than this. This is just a general guideline and just a very vague, broad roadmap. Because honestly, they probably don't know what they're going to release. So I guess we'll just have to wait and see. And then at the very bottom of the roadmap, it says ongoing efforts, matchmaking improvements ongoing, daily challenge improvements, map rotation improvements, and balancing. Important disclaimer, more content and features to be confirmed in future roadmap updates. Detailed information on all the above will be made available in the patch notes, which I will go over in the next video. But all that content aside, in regards to Ben leaving and us getting a new community manager here in the next couple of days, I just hope that the new community manager does a good of a job as what Ben did. Like Ben or hate him, he actually was one of the best community managers I've ever seen for a video game. He did a complete 180 in terms of the communication for Star Wars Battlefront 2. He answers tons of questions in the community. He's very helpful. He does a really good job on these community transmissions and stuff. And overall, I think Ben just did a really great job. And I just hope that the next person that they announce to replace him actually knows what they're doing. And I hope Ben trained them well. And I hope they're ready to take on this Battlefront community. Yeah, honestly, that's a pretty underwhelming roadmap. It's very vague. It just talks about May, June. It doesn't talk about July or August. And it just says fall. What do they even consider to be the fall? Does fall start in August? Does fall start in September? This is basically just a roadmap for May and June. And then, I mean, your guess is as good as mine for what's coming in the fall, especially with everything going on in the world with this coronavirus. But hey, at least we're getting private matches, we're getting 2 new heroes that were requested, and then we're getting everything that's coming in the Scarif update next week, which is the Scarif maps, the Shore Trooper skin, some hero changes and stuff, instant action changes, and I will go over all those changes here in the next video. So that is going to do it for this roadmap. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section down below. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to give this video a thumbs up. It is greatly appreciated. I hope you all have a very happy April Fool's Day. If you have made it this far and you have believed anything that I've said, you have officially been fooled. This is the one day out of the year that I can clickbait and not feel bad about it. This is sort of an ongoing tradition on this channel. So this is the 3rd year in a row where I have done an April Fool's joke. Some of you guys probably remember last year's, but let me know what you guys think. Was this at least semi-realistic? It actually took a little bit of Photoshop on my end to come up with some of this stuff. But yeah, when more real information comes out, I'll be sure to keep you guys updated. I'm sorry if you guys were too fooled by this. But yeah, I should be doing a stream probably later today. But if you aren't furious with me by this point and you are new here, be sure to hit that subscribe button and click that bell for notifications. Be sure to follow me on Twitch at SwanyPlaysGames Live, and be sure to join the Discord to stay updated on all news and whenever I go live and post new videos. And then that is going to do it for me, guys, and I will talk to you all next time, and I hope you all have a great April Fool's Day.
We would be honored if you would join us. You cannot resist